We are going to be looking at bum creams. What else screams adulting like parenthood? I'll wait. Adopting a dog. Contributing for the first time in a family event. Buying a house. Getting married. Name them all, guys. Parenting is a different beast on its own, okay? Hi guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Welcome. If you're here for the first time, thank you for joining us. My name is Kansani Dilokwe, and if you are a returning viewer and first of all a subscriber, welcome back, guys. If you like this channel or you like what we're talking about, please consider liking the video and
Subscribe
also
to my
subscribing.
channel.
It will mean so much to me, but it costs you literally zero rent, okay? So on today's video, we are going to be looking at bum creams. Whenever I do a review of products, baby products for this season, I'm going to be looking at 4 to 6 things depending on the product. Number 1, I'm going to be looking at the baby or the parent's need, and then number 2, I'm going to also be considering your budget, and number 3, I'm going to be considering your lifestyle, and in there I'll also put in brand loyalty, and then I'm also going to consider your location and last but not least, if it's like a thing that's meant to last long, I'm also going to be looking at durability, all right, and functionality. So, baby's needs for a bum cream. A bum cream literally is there to create a barrier between the nappy and your baby's delicate skin. So that's the basic need of a bum cream, yeah? So I have 4 products that I have tried and tested. I'm going to zoom them in so that you see them. This is the Bennett's baby bum cream. And then our jack of all trades. This is Vaseline Blue Seal. There is a baby version which they say that it's pediatrically
Listen properly.
pediatrically approved. Your English, guys. And then we have Bepanthen Baby, and then we have Sudocrem, right? And yeah, so the short of it is that if you're really looking for just what a bum cream does, which the basic baby's functionality of a bum cream is to just create a barrier so that his delicate skin is not impacted by the nappy or the moisture of the nappy, then to be fair, all of these products, all 4 of this product work, plain and simple. But let's look at the budget, right? And I will pick them up in terms of how cheap they are. Jack of all trade. Vaseline does it all, guys. I usually liken Vaseline to that green sunlight bar soap, ne? You can wash baby clothes, you can bath with it, you can wash your dishes with. It is a jack of all trade, and I feel like Vaseline is that. And price point wise, it's very cheap. I think this whole carton, get that rand. I'm not certain, but it's that cheap, yeah? And then number 2, when it comes to price, Bernett, right? I'm going to also bounce back into functionality and how they differ. And then Sudocrem comes at number 3, and then the most expensive one out of this 4 is Bepanthen Baby, yeah? And we should also not look at prices in isolation. We should also look at how long the product lasts. And I'm going to start with my jack of all trades. And it's not fair to just consider how long this lasts because I also use it as my baby's lotion. So on the days that I do use it as balm cream, I'll tell you why I use it sometimes. It's not my main balm cream. Actually, this is my main balm cream. This is not my main balm cream, but if you're just using this whole tin for the balm, I'm sure it will last you for 2 to 3 months, arguably, if it's just as a balm cream. And then this, most people argue that a little goes a long way. I haven't used it for too long, but I can agree it does last for close to 2 months. I think I've used it for 2 months continuously. And then this is my Ninja. I think the first one that I bought before I wanted to do the comparison lasted me for 4 good months. Okay, it was this one and a small one. They were on promo. It was this big one and a small one. So 4 to 5 months they did last me. And then this one, I actually don't want to lie. I got it as a freebie from one of the bags, and it's a 75-gram. And because of how much you need to apply it, right? I would say it doesn't last as long, but given its price point, you can buy it and then then buy more of it before it's the cost of the other two, Sudocrem and Bepanthen. All right. So let me tell you for their effectiveness, right? Let me start with Vaseline. Vaseline, honestly, if you're not a brand loyalist and your baby does not suffer from any other kind of skin diseases, it works. It does the job. If you're literally, like I said, if the main criteria of buying balm cream is just for it to be a barrier, it works perfectly. So 10 out of 10 for just that functionality. This one as well, if you are buying it for it to just be a barrier, it works, right? And you can also use it, any of this, I think, but mostly the last three, if for those places where the baby is always folding, it does a good job. I think when we were babies, they used to put us powder, but if you don't want to go the powder route and you want to use this, it works, all 4 of them. I'm not sure about Vaseline. I've never really tried it for that. And then there are these two. Yeah. This one, I liked it. It was recommended by my manager, but it has a downfall. If your baby has dark skin, they are black and they have dark skin, it leaves a white barrier. Ne? You know when you use that brand's sunscreen when you're a dark person, and then you find yourself white purple. It has the danger of that, but not from one application. It's like the more you apply, you see it's like a form of ashiness. But when you really look at it, I realized that my baby was not ashy. It was because of this, and that's where I started pairing these two together. So after I put this for a while and realized that he's coming out that whitish skin, I then supplemented with this to give him that shiny bum, okay? And then this one, on the other hand, does not give you, it's like a Vaseline-ish paste. It does not give you ashiness. It actually gives you the shine you want. I was actually shocked because I was my first time using these things, I used this. I thought this would actually have a texture or a remnant like this one, but I realized that it doesn't. So it works beautifully. So it won't give you that remnant. So you can use it alone. You don't even need to supplement it with anything. So let's come to lifestyle and brand loyalty. Lifestyle is more of like what you as a person feel is more valuable for you. Some look at Vaseline and go like, you know what? I hear you, but I want something that says baby, and my baby is not just a baby, but it's a planned baby. It's a planned baby, and I want something more than just Vaseline. So in that case, if you're not just looking for functionality, then Vaseline will not be your girl. Because like I said, Vaseline is a jack of all trade. If you buy her, you don't even need to worry about baby oil. You don't need to worry about aqueous cream or whatever, body cream. It does everything. And then this one, shame, like I said, it does the job. I don't like it and I don't hate it. And then these two, they not only create a barrier, they also help with other skin conditions. So they are also for repairing the skin. So in case some way, somehow, maybe you were not using anything between your baby's bum, and then they now have a rash, and you want to treat it. You just don't want the barrier. You also want to treat that rash. This will work for you, because they also are for other skin problems like dry skin and some other skin conditions. They're your babies. So this is like going the extra mile than just the basic use of what a bum cream does. Yeah. And then let's get to the third thing that I talked about, location. And the reason why this is important is because I stay in Gauteng. Gauteng is relatively cold, and my baby is a winter baby. But I am from Limpopo. Yeah, Limpopo is hot. And I went with this too to Limpopo, and I realized that they function way different from how they function when I'm here. So in location, I'll be talking about availability and also weather conditions, and I'll also make a few other things that location matters for. But for just bum cream, I will just be looking at availability and location, right? Let's talk about availability in locations. Vaseline is an international brand. I think you will find it almost everywhere. So no matter where you are, you can know that you can pack up your bag and find yourself there, and you will most likely find Vaseline. So it's not something that you will look for in a place and not find. Even if your location just has a U-Save or a spaza shop, you will most likely find Vaseline. Will you get the specific one that they say is specifically designed for babies? I don't know. And the reason why I'm using this one here, it's because they said that it's also suitable for nappy rash protection. So it's not just general Vaseline. So this one, they say that it is for sensitive skin and it's for nappy rash protection. Yeah, but I am semi-sure that you will find it even if you go to a village somewhere. I'm from the north, so even if you go to Salema, you are most likely to find this at the border of Kruger. Okay, same goes for this. I've seen them in my local my local smaller shops. I'm talking about your local Pick and Pay, the ones that open from 6 to 6. You will definitely find this too there, né? Even if it's like a convenient shop that does not, it's not specific to certain brands, you will find this too. Yeah. However, when it comes to these ones, they are not always available in your most remote of areas. You need to find your Clicks, you need to find a Discount, and in some supermarkets you will find them. Yeah. Now let's talk about how these things behave to different weather conditions. When I use this thing in Gauteng, I'll open it, it's nearly finished. It feels like it's hard, yeah? Even when you feel it within you, like the tips of your skin, you had that hardness to it. When I went to Limpopo, guys, this thing performed like magic. It was so smooth, and it also didn't immediately give my son that whiteness that it gives when we're here in a colder temperature. This, on the other hand, also does the same thing. When you're here in Gauteng and it's on a cold day, even pushing it out of this thing is hard. But when we were in the hot temperatures of Limpopo, this thing was performing like butter that was in the sun. Like it was even almost running. So do consider that they don't perform the same way depending on the weather condition. So if I'm in a hot area and I don't want my child to be looking too shiny, I wouldn't use this. But this too, I would use. I don't know how this performs, honestly. I didn't go up with it and I haven't really traveled with it. This is the freebie that I got when my son was born, and as you can see, I still have it. It's like in case of emergency. I don't really use this a lot. So if you are a Burnett's baby cream user and you want to say something more about it, please do let us know in the comment section. But these two, I think, are my fighter. But price point wise, they are not cheap. And then comes the final question that I usually do when I am doing any type of review. Is the money that you spend on this premium product, this one is actually very expensive. I think it's $2.99 for a 100-gram tube. For me, value for money, if you want a balance between something that works well and value for money, Sudocrem is your best fighter, and you're looking for something that does more than just baby cream and screams baby, this is it. But if you are looking for something on the premium me end, this does magic, right? Some arguments that I've heard between these two is whether they last through the night, especially for babies that are sleep training, or you're trying for your baby to sleep 5 to 6 hours to 7 hours. If the bum cream will last through the night, honestly, these three, tried and tested, they do last through the night. Even if you touch your baby's bum after 9 hours, you can still feel that the bum is still protected. So I don't know. For me and my baby, it doesn't matter which one you're using. They do last through the night. So if you're, like I said, if you're looking for a very premium, this is your fighter. If you're looking for something that works, it's your fighter. It works. That simple. And then if you're looking for a balance of both, you're looking for something that works as a barrier, also protects or heals other skin irritation diseases or skin conditions, this is your middle ground, and it lasts long. So let me know what you think about this review, and we'll catch up on the next one.